For as long as humans have been recording history, we have told stories of things that go bump in the night. Ghosts, aliens, monsters. The supernatural has been intriguing and frightening us for generations. Hi, I'm Spencer Wright. Like so many others, discovering what lurks beyond the veil of our perception is a subject that fascinates me. One in particular, the paranormal. Tops is a group of paranormal investigators based out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, founded by wife and husband Amanda and Rolando Bustos.
Paranormal study comes from just really understanding the afterlife. A lot of times it's something that we can go in and say, oh, well, it's your next door neighbor's water pipes that are loud or whatever. You know, we try to disprove it before we say that there's something paranormal.
I'm kind of like the skeptic of the group. I kind of tend to just try to disprove stuff. We all do.
In the paranormal community, there's a lot of different ways that ghosts or spirits are described. Us personally, a ghost is kind of like a record player. It plays over and over again. We call it a residual energy.
That's what I believe most paranormal interactions to be, is not necessarily the person themselves. If there is an emotionally charged experience from history, that energy can replay itself.
When we're getting down to the specifics, when we're explaining it to a client, what we think their house or business has inside of there, we will tell them specifically if it's a ghost, a spirit, an entity, an orb, which that's another story. A lot of times we will actually reach out to different businesses like museums, or like in instance a church that we just investigated. We reached out to them because it was so old.
The members of Tops had done numerous investigations, but I'd yet to go on one myself. So when I heard about this church, well, I had to know more.
So the church in Slick, it started off as a railroad in the 1920s as a railroad station, and then it converted into a church in the 60s or 70s. It was dormant for quite some time, and now it's their town hall. But the town hall has actually been built on to the end of it.
With a total area of 0.4 square miles, Slick was an oil boomtown in the early 1920s. Located in Creek County, it was home to more than 5,000 residents in the 20s, but began to steadily decline over the next few decades. Today, the U.S. Census Bureau estimates that Slick has a population of 182, with 59 registered voters.
It's very rich and steeped in history, so it makes sense that if something paranormal there is attached to the history, it would be very attracted to that kind of setting. A lot of the segregation era had a huge effect on the town, and you can see that all over the walls. You have segregated classes.
This is their town hall room. We've actually came to a couple of meetings. And
Just classic.
yeah. This goes to the little baptismal. Really creepy looking.
Oh, wow. Holy cow. It's, wow.
Starting live.
Some skinny preachers.
These don't work. Used to be the railroad station. That window there is actually where they used to take the tickets at.
Oh, that's cool.
And so then, you know, the railroad and the city of Slick kind of started to die down. There wasn't the boom anymore. And so they turned this into a church.
As night began to fall, the team set up their equipment in the church.
The equipment that we use is a K2 meter. The K2 just has little lights on it that you can actually see the supposed energy going up. EVP recorder, which is just, it stands for electronic voice phenomena, and that's just a basic tape recorder.
Maybe like a 4-inch or...
I still didn't know what to expect from the investigation. We've all seen the shows of ghost hunters, but are they accurate?
Investigations in movies and TVs are pretty much nothing like what you actually see. A lot of the stuff is faked on TV shows, which makes it really hard for us to stay credible.
It's the reason why there's not a whole lot of mainstream ghost hunting shows that I find that I take on any level serious. these people that are like, if there's a demon here, you need to come into my body or something, you know, that's craziness.
And so the investigation began, and it wasn't long before things started to get strange.
They have to take in a lot of energy, and there might not always be that energy to take from. And what? Did you work at the railroad? Or work on one of the trains? Jesus! What the f***? There is nothing on my phone. There's nothing on my f***ing phone.
It's done now.
What the f***, dude? There's nothing open on my phone and it made that. What the f***, dude?
Like from an app, you know that?
I don't have any casino apps on my phone.
This may seem like a minor thing, but it's something I couldn't explain. I saw for myself that there was nothing on Amanda's phone, and that she had no apps running in the background. However, the activity quickly died down.
The investigation can last anywhere from 3 hours to 6 hours, and sometimes 8 hours plus.
90% of the actual investigation is quiet, it's boring, there's nothing happening.
I soon understood just how true this was, as we waited for something, anything, to make itself known.
I think it's kind of rude that you're not doing anything tonight, to be honest. We have guests.
Eventually, we decided to move from the church sanctuary and into the town hall, where we experimented with the Spirit Box, a device that scrubs through radio frequencies and allows spirits to manipulate the words coming through.
But we always just kind of sweep forward. Are there any spirits here? Yes. Can you tell me your name? Hi.
We tried something Tops had never done before. Chris, one of the investigators, would listen to the Spirit Box with headphones in, repeating whatever words he heard.
Chris likes.
Chris had the volume all the way up, so he couldn't hear any of the questions we asked.
Are you mother and son? Mother and daughter?
Daughter.
No. Whoa. I just got chills.
Mother.
Reasons to be scared of something paranormal. I don't believe so. To my personal opinion, I don't believe that, because I don't think they can hurt you. I mean, a lot of activity, they can scare you, but they can't hurt you.
What year is it? Is it before 1950? Is it after 1950?
Yeah. Is it 1960?
Are you...
4?
Well, 1964.
Perfect.
How old is your daughter?
Ten. Are you from this town? Yeah. How many syllables is your name? 7? That's a long name.
What? Rolando? What was that? Rolando? Yeah. Was that you? No way. Was that you?
It was me.
Dude, Chris?
We've been doing it so long that to me it's not scary, but I can see how it could be to somebody that hasn't really done it. You hear noise and stuff like that.
You guys heard that though, right? Like, I'm not crazy? Hey. You okay?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
For us, that's what we look for, we want, so it's not scary for us.
Dude, this whole thing is like tripping me out in like the best way possible.
So, did I come away convinced? There were certainly things I couldn't explain, and in the end, it doesn't really matter if you believe or not. After spending time with the Tops team, I can't say for certain that I share all of their beliefs, but I can say that the stereotype of the crazy and delusional ghost hunters do not apply to them. Any of these guys gonna show up?
I hope so.
Cool.
Yeah, might be cool.
I came to realize that hunting ghosts is really no different than playing fantasy football or joining a book club. The paranormal is a passion for these people, just as much as sports or movies are for others. Just with a stigma.
A lot of the time whenever I say I'm a paranormal investigator, they're like, so are you like there as a joke? Like, are you there as like a gag? And truth is, I'm not.
It's either one or two reactions. Oh my gosh, that's so cool, or y'all are crazy. So there's really not much in between.
People in the city are kind of more standoffish. They don't really believe in it as much as people from small towns.
They might be just afraid of confronting life after death. Most of us believe in a particular thing that may happen, but there's not a whole lot of people anymore that really want to confront that, and that's where that stigma comes from, is people thinking of that and going, we need to stop talking about this, so we make jokes about it.
My family, they're Mexican. They believe it's a little different, and they're like, oh, you can't be doing that, that's devil's work, and all this stuff. And my friends are like, some friends are like, man, you're crazy, why are you doing that stuff? As far as to like make me like feel bad or maybe want to quit, I don't really buy into that stuff. I mean, it's enjoyable. I like it. I enjoy it.
It's never wanted me to stop doing this.
Supposedly a woman who is half woman, half deer. She seduces men. Rolando!
Me personally, I know that there's something out there. What it is, I'm not exactly sure of. But if someone else doesn't believe, I know what I believe to be true, and I'm not going to let that stop me.
It's this zeal that I came to admire in the folks at Tops. This ability to pursue a passion in spite of those that would criticize them for it.
It's therapy. It works for them, and it's healthy. It's the human experience. That's what humans do. We share our stories with each other. And Tops is, we foster that kind of environment with everybody that we come in contact with.